All right, let's talk about AI assistants. We're going to explore all the incredible and honestly sometimes surprising things they can do. Today, we're literally mapping out what these powerful tools can do for you in your job, your creative projects, and even your personal life. So let's just dive right in.
We all get it. You can ask an AI a quick question, maybe get it to summarize an article. But have you ever stopped to think, what can this thing really do for me? Like, how can it actually fundamentally change the way I work, the way I create, or even just manage my day-to-day life? Well, that's the big question we're going to tackle.
And to guide us on this little adventure, we've got this awesome capabilities map right here. Seriously, think of it as our blueprint for today's tour. We're going to walk through all the possibilities, breaking down every section so you can see the entire landscape of what's available, literally right at your fingertips.
Okay, so our tour has 4 main stops. First up, we're looking at how AI can power your profession. Then, we'll dive into unlocking data and research. After that, it's all about fueling your creativity. And to wrap it all up, we'll see how you can supercharge the rest of your life. Simple as that.
All right, first stop, the professional world. And this is an area where AI assistants are already making a huge impact. I'm talking about transforming business operations and those nitty-gritty financial tasks that, let's be honest, used to take hours, sometimes even days. Just think about the core stuff a business has to do, right? We're talking about everything from building complex financial models and drafting investment memos, all the way to creating the sales reports and project updates that keep the lights on. AI can come in and just dramatically boost the speed and efficiency of all of it. And here's the key takeaway. This isn't just a fancy calculator, it's a true force multiplier. I mean, by taking all those time-consuming and, let's face it, often repetitive tasks off your plate, it frees you up to focus on what really matters, the high-level strategy, the big decisions, the big picture. And hey, it's not just about crunching numbers. AI is also amazing at enhancing your communications. It can help you whip up a company newsletter, create brand assets, or even put together those super detailed onboarding guides for new folks. The cool part is, it learns your brand's voice and then applies it consistently everywhere. Okay, let's shift gears. We're moving on from those daily business operations to our second major stop, unlocking data and research. And honestly, this is where things get really powerful. We're not just streamlining tasks anymore. We're talking about generating some seriously deep insights from raw, super complex information. And look, we are not talking about simple data entry here. This is the heavy stuff, highly specialized, high-impact analysis. Imagine analyzing genomic data, or preclinical studies, or even just verifying statistics right from the raw data. I mean, these are tasks that usually require some serious domain expertise, and now an AI assistant can be a powerful partner in that whole process. So let's just take genomic data analysis for a second. What is that? Well, it's basically sifting through these massive, unbelievably complex DNA datasets to find patterns. And AI can help researchers speed that up, like dramatically. And that could lead to faster breakthroughs in medicine. It's just a perfect example of how these tools are tackling some really, really tough challenges. But here's the thing, it's not just for scientists in a lab coat. This analytical power is so versatile. So on one hand, yeah, it can sift through thousands of user feedback comments and tell you exactly what customers love or hate about your product. But on the other hand, it can listen to a practice debate you did and give you feedback on your arguments, on your delivery. It gets both product data and human rhetoric. How cool is that? Okay, time for our third stop on the tour, and this one is my favorite, fueling your creativity. So we've seen how AI can analyze stuff that's already out there, right? But what about creating something brand new? This section is all about turning that AI into your own personal creative sidekick. This is really where the magic happens. You can have this little spark of an idea, and the AI can help you flush it out into a whole design plan. You can just dump your messy research notes into it and get back a beautifully structured presentation. It can even take a completely chaotic email chain and magically turn it into a neat little event tracker. It's all about closing that gap between a cool idea and actually getting it done. Let's actually break one of those down, because turning research into a presentation, that can feel like such a chore, right? But with an AI, it suddenly becomes this simple 4-step thing. You just give it the raw material, tell it who the audience is and what you want to say, and boom, it generates a first draft for you. All you have to do is refine it. It makes the whole creative process feel so much more manageable. Okay, I have to point this one out because I love it. It's a use case right from the map, Build a battle card library. Now, if you're in sales or maybe you do competitive debating, this is just huge. You can feed the AI a bunch of info about your competitors, and it will spit out these concise, super powerful battle cards with key talking points, strengths, weaknesses, the whole deal. It's such a smart, strategic, and creative way to use this stuff. All right, we're heading into our final section now. And for this one, we're zooming out beyond the office or the design studio. Let's talk about how all this AI power can supercharge your personal life. Everything from your career path and daily planning, all the way to some pretty complex legal stuff. And this stuff is just so incredibly practical. You can use an AI to help map out your entire career path. You can practice for those really tough case interviews and get instant feedback. You can even get it to create a super detailed itinerary for your next vacation. I mean, it's like having a personal career coach, a travel agent, and a fitness buddy all rolled into one.
So, what does that all mean? It means the AI basically becomes your own personal strategist. It's not just for big, fancy business projects anymore. It's for optimizing your life, helping you prepare better, plan smarter, and just stay organized with all the things that actually matter to you personally. And just to show you how serious this can get, let's talk about contract redlining. This is a really high-stakes legal task, right? Well, an AI can actually review a contract for you, highlight clauses that might be a problem, and even suggest changes to get you ready for a negotiation. The fact that it can handle such specialized and important work is, well, it's pretty remarkable. So there you have it. We've gone on a full tour of the entire map, from business and data to creativity and personal development. But now the focus totally shifts. It's no longer about what the tool can do, it's about what you can do with it. Across this entire map, we've touched on something like 35 different capabilities today. Think about that. 35 different ways to make your work easier, to find new insights, to bring your ideas to life, and to get your world organized. That is just a staggering amount of potential right there. And that brings us to the last and maybe the most important question of all. After seeing everything we've talked about, from building financial models all the way to planning your next vacation, what are you going to build first?